everybody, and welcome back to an episode of Last Day on Earth Survival. Today we return, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. And before we start today's adventures, I have a little bit of an updated trophy room to show off for you lads and lassies. So we have been renovating the home base a little bit. I definitely plan on trying to encapsulate this place in steel and probably add a couple more things to it. But for the most part, this is what our trophy room is building up to be, where we have some of the most valuable things we have ever acquired, including the rareness of the Blind One's decapitated head, the mannequin with our Chinese New Year armor and fitting leprechaun hat, and one extra tactical backpacks, along with this weird electric generator base we have over there, the 2-year event hand icon, and of course, some of the rarest weapons to ever graze Last Day on Earth as well, where we have the scythe, the super rare drop from the farm, the guitar from the 2-year anniversary event, this bad boy from the Chinese New Year event, and then some of our most modded weapons out there, like the super amazing active skill mod saw blade mace, minigun, grenade launcher, fully modded Scar VSS. And then over here we got some of the smaller form weapons like the shotgun, fully modded mini Uzi, flare gun, and little magnum over there. I wish I could have more gun shells because I wish that like there's still more guns that I do want to put up. But for now, this is the trophy room that we have that I want to go and show for y'all to be like, hey, we're improving our base a little bit. So like I'm saying, from here, the next big thing that I want to do after we upgrade all of these things to racks, so we have all the storage in the freaking universe, I want to start using our steel to start encapsulating this bad boy, well, in steel. But hopefully with this upcoming update that has been starting to get teased, dude, I really hope that there's some more decorative stuff we could deck out our place with, because I really am happy that we're starting some construction on this trophy room over here. But with that said and with that done, we got a smorgasbord of stuff to get done today, including, of course, capping things off with a raid. But I think you guys are gonna like the first part of our adventure, which is going to be the ATV transmission. Star, you mad lad, I know, but there is something that you guys and gals need to see. This ATV transmission. Well, let's go and see if we can't find it. Ah! What is this? Why am I naked and have a totally different hairstyle? Wait a minute. Starsnipe free to play. Oh, there's a crossover episode. Oh my god. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our free-to-play series. We have not forgotten about this bad boy. We're actually going to be knocking out a little bit of stuff over here as well. You might be like, Star, haven't forgotten about it. It's been like a month. Yeah, I definitely kind of dropped the ball on that one a little bit. Been kind of distracted by all the dope things we've been doing over on the main account. But the free-to-play series is still existing, and actually something that we got to give a little bit of love to. But especially this base location over here, player 5890, a raid, one-time raid. After you enter this location, it will disappear in 12 hours. But upon entering this location, you can find the ATV transmission. No bamboozle, no yokel, nothing like that. First things first, anything good from you over there? Yeah, okay, we got a little bit of that for the chopper that we don't have yet. We are working towards it, don't get me wrong, but for now, let's continue looting up this place and setting foot into this place. Then after that, we'll try to use the rest of our energy over here on the free-to-play account, get what else we can, and then it will be time for us to skibbity-boop-bop daddle on out back, ow! That really hurt. Back over to our main account to go ahead and do that raid that we were talking about. But this ATV over here is the only known location to have the ATV transmission. Unfortunately, we can't rip it out of the ATV. Ah! I wish that we could, but unfortunately it is indeed stuck inside of here, and I can't access this on our main account because the space has already disappeared, because once you go to the space, it disappears in 12 hours forever. That's it. It's gone. So we can't go over here and try to finalize it over here. And like, I would have been willing to sacrifice 125 engine parts, all this other jazz to see if we couldn't finalize an ATV in this base, since it does have the only component that is missing from the game, the ATV transmission. But I did want to go ahead and actually take this as an opportunity to talk about the ATV transmission as well, because the big reason I wanted to visit this now is because another location with the ATV transmission is indeed coming. Star, what in tarnation are you talking about? Well, boom! Go ahead and have a look at this over here. Star, it is a sign that says the word craft and a downward arrow. This is all very true, but this is a sign of the gas station, teased in the latest teaser that was dropped just a couple days ago for the season 1 that is going to be coming. That is going to be that massive single player update we are expecting, and it does have this little sign pointing down saying craft, and then in the bottom left hand corner you can actually notice a little bit of a blue board, one very similar to actually the ATV that we were just visiting. What are you talking about? Very similar to the ATV. Why, I do mean something very similar to that right over there. Okay, Star, you have my attention. What is this with blue billboards and wooden stuff that you are talking about? Well, it's only going to get more interesting from here on out. Boom! What you guys are seeing over here is actually a screenshot that was shared by the devs about a couple weeks ago or so, detailing a look at what appears to be the ATV in the upper left-hand corner. Now, we actually broke this down a little bit, but long story short, this appears like it's going to be in some sort of updated version of the gas station, which is why that first screenshot is something that I want to show you guys. It does appear that Kafir is teasing for this upcoming season 1 update, that the gas station is going to get some sort of a revamp. Otherwise, they wouldn't just show a sign pointing down with the words craft at the gas station unless they're going to be doing something at the gas station. And, well, if we pay attention to this, which we were able to decipher as being located in the gas station from a variety of context clues, such as that telephone pole on the left-hand side, the way that the minimap is structured, is going to be at some sort of an updated version of the gas station. And in the upper left-hand corner, you guys can also see the ATV, meaning that we have a little bit of a connection between that last screenshot that we were seeing and this one, and apparently the presence of the ATV at this gas station. Now, likely what is going to happen is that what we are seeing in this screenshot does not yet exist. There is no ATV at the gas station yet. There isn't a sign saying opening soon with tape, and we know from the first screenshot in the teaser that the gas station is going to be getting some sort of an update. So likely this is what it's going to be going to get updated to, which means that we're not going to be able to craft the ATV by the looks of it in this upcoming update, unfortunately, because it is going to be behind that opening soon kind of taped off area over there. But we do know that the gas station is going to be updated and likely include some of that which we are showcasing here, and this updated gas station is likely to have that ATV walled behind the opening soon sign, which is very interesting that they are gonna somehow, some way, like bring the ATV over to the gas station, and that might actually end up being where we have to complete the ATV and potentially where our ATV is stored. Maybe it's like too big for our base or something like that. But the big thing is that it's finally going to be opening soon, and that we will finally be able to finish crafting this ATV, which means this ATV transmission needs to be acquirable. That is the final piece of the puzzle, like a chopper gas tank to the chopper. Back in the day, before the chopper was possible to be built, the chopper gas tank was missing. Well, this is kind of the ATV transmission is what the chopper gas tank was to the chopper. The ATV transmission is to the ATV, and we're likely going to need to find it in some sort of a new location. And with this upcoming update, there is a very interesting location, boom, that you guys and gals are seeing right here. A junkyard location with tons of destroyed cars. Very interesting that cars are one of the main decorations, if you want to call it a decoration. I don't know who would decorate their base with cars, but you know what I mean. They're the main thing that appears to litter this junkyard type location, and that is a prime candidate for us to be able to salvage some sort of a transmission, push snaps for the ATV from a location like this. And the juxtapositioning of this in the trailer, where this junkyard clip is right next to that kind of like downward crafting clip that we were showing off a little bit earlier, that points down towards that ATV that we were showing off in the second screenshot. Why is that a very interesting connection? Because the other two things are shown off, because this trailer was composed of 4 clips. It was the junkyard clip, the little gas station clip, the shipwreck clip, and then the helicopter Kevlar clip. The helicopter and Kevlar were explicitly connected to the shipwreck, and with that juxtapositioning, it's not too far out of the question for that kind of like updated gas station to somehow be connected to this junkyard. Now, I don't think it's gonna be the same location, although that would definitely be a dope way of updating the gas station and potentially like a gas station junkyard hybrid. But the big takeaway is that there's just a lot of signs pointing towards this junkyard playing and serving as the key to gaining the transmission for our ATV, because likely what Kafir will do is actually give us an opportunity, and I think that's why they do have that kind of like ATV walled off with the opening soon sign. I think they'll give us an opportunity when season 1 drops to actually go and get the ATV transmission, so when the ATV finally becomes craftable and that little like tape gets taken down, we can actually already have the ATV transmission stockpiled. That's a very distinct possibility and would line up very nicely with a lot of what we are seeing between the junkyard location and just the dude, the infinitely many ways that this could tie in with the ATV, because man, there is not a more perfect location to find a transmission than a goddamn junkyard filled with old cars and stuff like that. And likely that would kind of be the big draw of that location, kind of like how the farm is where you can actually find a chopper gas tank and other chopper parts if you're lucky. In addition to that box, the police station, you can find the motorcycle. Like all these locations, or whatchamacallit, at the police station, the 99 waves, you are able to unlock the police motorcycle, all that type of stuff. Like each location has that unique draw at the end of it, except kind of the motel. The motel, we don't talk about the motel, that's just its own thing. But all these other locations like the bunker, they all have their own draw of some sort of a large loot at the end of it all. And with the new location and all this ATV stuff that is being teased, and just the way it will tie in perfectly with this junkyard, it does appear that it's going to be acquirable from this junkyard, whether that be from some sort of a loot container, potentially looting up some of these destroyed and salvaged vehicles, or in the hands of some sort of a final boss. Because this junkyard location is, I mean, as we have seen with a couple locations, like the blind one at the bunker, we've seen whatchamacallit, the Ravager at the farm, we've even found some bosses in the new basement locations. Bosses are very much so a big draw of new locations and new things added in, and bosses tend to have to drop something good. And I mean, like I'm saying, man, the stars are aligning, no pun intended, for this transmission to be acquirable from here. Now, there is also the chance that another new location that could definitely have it would be that shipwreck location, which was shown off in the trailer as well. Obviously, I'm leaning more towards the junkyard having it because it just makes a lot more sense, and they didn't really tease much that's going on at the junkyard, which makes me think that the main pull of the junkyard is going to be to get that ATV transmission, whereas the shipwreck is going to have like the bikers going on over there, the helicopter, that Kevlar dude, like that has a whole ton of stuff going on over there, but we don't really know what's necessarily going on at the junkyard, and that's why that ATV transmission and everything just, it works perfectly into this puzzle that we are piecing together. But there is still the potential that that shipwreck that we were seeing, I mean, like one of those crates that is fallen off the shipwreck, or some sort of a loot that we can get out of some sort of container over there. It looks like it's going to be a relatively hard location as well. Just like the junkyard, we already saw a couple of savage giants at the junkyard, so it's definitely not going to be a pushover location by any stretch of the imagination. But the shipwreck has its own tough stuff going for it, like that absolutely ginormous horde that appears to be swarming someone, so quite a lot going on, but a lot of that is pointing towards this ATV transmission coming out of that junkyard, and that's exactly why I want to go ahead and kind of like showcase it off to y'all that, I mean, this is currently the only way that you can even lay eyes upon an ATV transmission, but that appears to be changing soon as this upcoming update gears us for what is to come in the ATV, and apparently assembling it at the gas station and acquiring the necessary components we need to finish that assembly, and hopefully revamping it to not require 200 engine parts, because wowzers, like that's expensive. Like I could afford it, but not a lot of people are going to be able to afford 200 engine parts, so I genuinely do hope that they do make it cheaper, because I feel like we all want an ATV. All right, just because I can have one doesn't mean like, oh, I'll have an ATV, I'm fine, you know, no complaints at all here. Like, no, dude, 200 engine parts, that is way too expensive. They gotta go in and cheapen this up, and hopefully a part of the ATV, like this thing's move to the gas station is that like the recipe gets cheaper. Maybe like Jane's able to help us out with assembling it or something like that. I don't know. But with all that said, with all that done, that is going to wrap it up for the ATV transmission and the information we have for it and what we could extract from this latest trailer. And oh my, I just want this transmission so badly. Give it to me now! But psychopathic cravings for transmissions aside, go ahead and let me know what you guys do think about this transmission in that comment section down below. How y'all think it will be tying in with this junkyard and or, ooh, piece of candy. We got some decent stuff over here. Yeah, we're also going to be looting this place up. I didn't just come here to show the ATV transmission. We're gonna loot this place up. This is my free-to-play account. I need every little bit of loot that we could get, and this place is definitely ready to provide. Hello, that's a paddling. Thank you very much over there. And we might need to make a return trip over here to grab everything that this location has dropped. We do 2. I'm not picking that up. I mean, we do have the tactical backpack over here to assist us, but I mean, even that, there's still so much loot that we got to go ahead and grab from here. So we're going to continue breaking into everything we can, clearing out that room because this is a raid that does not involve noise. So luckily for us, we don't need to worry about creating too much noise. Woohoo! But we do need to worry about bringing all this stuff home. We are going to have about a 12-hour buffer after this raid, or after we leave this raid. We're going to have about a 12-hour buffer until this base disappears entirely off the brink of this earth, and we are never able yet again to see that marvelous completed ATV transmission. But it was good to lay my eyes upon you once. An ATV transmission, you will be mine soon, baby. I will acquire you. An ATV, oh baby, I will ride you. But let me know your guys' thoughts around the junkyard, around the ATV transmission, how it could all be tying together. What potential boss could be awaiting at the junkyard protecting this transmission, or maybe even just a chance at us acquiring this transmission, any and all that type of jazz. If you guys personally are over the school of thought where you believe it could be found out of the ship or the wrecked ship location, maybe it'll be able to be found out of both end, or maybe you guys are the school of thought where like you're like, no, Star, it's gonna be craftable in the next update. Although with all these teasers and stuff, like I thought, like I genuinely like with all these teasers and stuff, they're not really hinting towards the ATV much. The only real hint towards the ATV that we have had is that which we showed off today, but that just looks like a new section of map that is gonna be like, hey, ATV coming soon. Like, it doesn't look like it's going to be hours in the next update, but it does look like the next update is going to take a massive step and give us the methods by which we could acquire such a thing. Hold on, why are you using that hat? I'm out of level 1 hatchets already, Jabus. Well, that was a little bit quick. Well, back to what we were saying, it does appear that this new location and just kind of this upcoming update is going to prime us very much so and give us a lot of the methods that we need and kind of the final pieces of the puzzle to assemble the ATV in preparation for likely that second big content update of this. Oh no, I'm dying of hunger, thirst, starvation, or something of the above things. But it is priming that ATV to be kind of the main focus of likely what is to be season 2, because Kafir has said that they do want to have 2 large updates come out this summer. The summer the rest of the summer pretty much consists of August and September. We know this update is coming in August. With the way that these seasons are going to work, it wouldn't surprise me if they try to have one big update come out every month as like a new season. So season 1's gonna be this wrecked ship update with like the junkyard and stuff like that, and then season 2 is being primed to be this ATV and subsequently the swamp that we could take to it. Season 1's gonna prepare us to give us all the tools we need to be ready to assemble the ATV when season 2 does drop. At least that's the way that things are kind of shaping up to be in the eyes of me. But go and let me know what you guys think in that comment section down below, and a reminder that that comment is gonna put you 1/3 of the way into the wiggy $12 at your touch place store gift card giveaway. All you gotta do as well is make sure that like button, make sure subscribe, that'll enter you in on today's video. Y'all can go ahead and enter in on every single last day on Earth video. When Saturday rolls around, we'll pick random video for the past week, pick random comment from that random video, and that we will for the week. Will be the winner for the week, and we'll kick off a new weekly giveaway that exact same Saturday as well. So make sure you stay tuned with that notification bell hit to stay up to date with every single video. Y'all can enter in on for that weekly giveaway, not to mention all the other dope survival games going up on the channel that it does woo. I like what I see over here. That it does help you stay in the loop on. If you guys like Last Day on Earth, there's a great chance you'll enjoy some of the other stuff that we are checking out, because we're checking out the latest and greatest of survival games, free survival games, mobile survival games, you name them, and have an absolutely fan-freaking-tastic time with them. And whether it be an existing series that's already going on or a brand new game being uploaded, hello, I need some aluminum on this free-to-play account to freaking craft, what is it? I think we need aluminum to finish crafting the recycler. Yeah, this is out there, I like to see, baby. I also came here completely butt naked so I could equip as much as we can to really save on that inventory space, which is definitely paying off right now. But yeah, if you guys like Last Day on Earth, some of this other stuff going up, there's a great chance you will love, because we're always having a fan-freaking-tastic time with it. And just, I mean, you guys know me, I'm a huge Last Day on Earth fan. There's a great chance you guys will have a similar taste and subsequently a very nice desire for this stuff. So much so that you might start keeping up with the series and having fun with it yourselves, or even downloading the games that we are playing and checking them out for yourselves. But okie dokie, back onto the raid and kind of where we stand with this. There's one more room we can break into. We still have hatchets, bless up. I think we may have came with like just enough stuff over here. There is only one chest, but there should be decent amount of loot for us to acquire, which is what I like to see. Ooh, wrenches are super good early game. Definitely a fan of that. I'll leave some of this stuff behind for us to grab on a return trip, because there's definitely some good stuff, but there's also definitely some not so good stuff. And I believe we have broken through pretty much every chest. I think so. I definitely want to grab black rubber parts. Those are pretty good early game as well. I will put away the rope for now because it's a little bit easier to acquire in the wild than a, whatchamacallit, the black rubber parts. I think I need some boots. I will grab those. That SWAT helmet is nice, but it's about to be completely broken. I'll grab the better armor for now so we can bring that back. These three got to come home with me. So goodbye partial wood. Wire we can smelt down into more aluminum bars, which is definitely another necessity. So I'll put the stone away because just stone. Like I'm saying, it's just temporary, but I do want to prioritize the best stuff that we can at first, and definitely a little bit pistol drizzle. Oh, and the bauxite, because we could smelt this down as well. Iron, I apologize. Actually, no, I'll put you dinguses away. That takes like three. I don't know why I had the pickaxes, man. It's literally 3 stone and 3 rock. Not exactly something I should be prioritizing, so I'll grab some of that other stuff over there. But that notification bell is also a great way to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest of Last Day on Earth information. As soon as video and photos come out about the game, we are spreading it to you guys' eyes and ears to keep you guys in the loop with what is coming to Last Day on Earth. We are analyzing any new things that do come out, connecting it with stuff that already exists, whether it be in the game, stuff and other information that has already been shared with us. We are pretty much compiling all the information humanly possible to give us the clearest look at the future of Last Day on Earth and what to expect out of it. And okay, we're out of hatchets, so I think we're gonna go ahead, take what we got for now, skedaddle, and put this away. But yeah, we're keeping you guys in the loop with what we know about these updates, whether it be what type of features we can expect, new locations, new enemies, what those new locations might look like, what these new enemies might look like. I wish I had a chopper so I could actually visit you instead back to our humble little base. That has improved a little bit. We are leaving you in shambles, but at least the base is looking pretty okay. But y'all will stay in the know-how regarding everything that we know and everything that we learn and any sneak peeks and previews and jazz like that. And as soon as the updates come out, we're checking out every single little thing that they do have to offer, every single little thing that they do add to the game, any and all that type of jazz, and overall just having an absolutely fan-freaking-tastic time with them, because update day, I think you guys and gals know, is always my favorite type of day. And here, I guess I'll just give you guys a little bit of a recap regarding what we have in our loot stores for our humble little abode back at home. This is our little free-to-play base, and it's not exactly the biggest thing in the world. I will put you into there for now so we could go ahead and process up a little bit of wood. Same with you, because we have been processing up some charcoal in here, so we can go ahead and I might have to toss some more wood up in here, start putting that to use in a variety of other parts of our base, like, well, fueling this dang thing, which, by the way, is about to go overdrive to help us smelt up some more iron. Why don't we go and take, where did I put that bauxite? There you are, bauxite. I'll go ahead and put you away, and I will, oh no, die of starvation. I mean thirst, die of thirstation. There we go. We'll put that away, and then let's get back to this. But one big improvement that we have made since the last episode is not just the fact that we are able to smelt aluminum and that type of stuff, but also this little iron working bench over here. Definitely a very big plus, and actually the only reason that we were able to, well, raid that base, because this actually gave us a supply of nails. We had like no nails before this, but building up the workbench, which was not the most expensive thing in the world, bless up for that, has given us access to a whole plethora of new stuff that is just absolutely amazing. And speaking of which, if you guys do want to see more of the free-to-play series, definitely let me know specifically that this is something that you guys and gals do want to see more of in that comment section down below. That could even be your comment for the entry into the giveaway that we were talking about. But yeah, just make your guys' voices heard, because I mean, the other series has been getting a lot of love, but if you guys do have love for this side of the series as well, like, definitely let me know. If the support is there, we will definitely try and toss this up more often. Although, like I'm saying, apologies, just lately we have been a little bit preoccupied with some big things going on over on the main account side, and I would also like to have this repaired, which shouldn't be the most expensive thing in the world. Like, low-key, I think we should, do we have the, yeah, we got some wire over here. Why don't we start actually assembling little gunsmith bench over here? We should have, like, I don't want to jinx it, 'cause we're gonna be like one short of something. We might, oh, you know, we might be short on, we might not have tape. Yeah, if I can't find any tape, that might be the kind of limiting factor of us completing this today, which would be a little bit of a bummer. And yo, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that water over there so we can then go and put this water away. But I'm gonna go and put away the rest of this loot that we got. Oh, baby! 12 duct tape, did you say? Aye. am interested. I like the duct tape, and I like when it comes in 12, because what did it require? Don't tell me it required 15. It was 10, right? It was 10. Let's go. Oh, good signs. Happy days, happy days. If we got some of the nuts that this requires, and I think I've been doing a pretty good job stockpiling my nuts. I'm looking like the goddamn squirrel from Ice Age with this nut stockpiling. And then 3 small chests and a couple of those scrap metals and a big improvement to come. Oh, ho, 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 ho. And then I'm pretty sure the last thing we needed amidst all of this was if I could just find my little wood stockpile. Where did I put my wood? Mr. and Mrs. Wood, where did you all go? Hello? Do you have some wood? Yeah, you got some wood for me. So, okay, I'm gonna go and grab this because I need to craft up, what was it, 3 small chests that we saw over there? There goes number 1. There goes number 2. And there is number 3. There are the 3 boxes that we need. I'll put that away. Have you smelted up any of this yet? No? Okay, I will return shortly whenever hopefully stuff is smelted. You continue doing your thing, and I'm gonna have to find some. I also gotta like strip naked here and put this stuff away because I really want to grab like as much as we can when we go back. So I gotta make sure to put all that jazz away. Honestly, why don't I take some of that wood and actually just craft up like another small box? Well, I need to. Where did I put that wood? There we go. And then I craft up that small box I was talking about. Do I have anywhere I could really put this? No, I think what we might need to do is grab a little bit more of this wood that is conveniently in that workbench and continue expanding out our base a little bit, which, by the way, I will get walls built on this, no worries. I know there's probably someone freaking out there like, stop! Your base is naked! And I'm like, okay, that's an interesting way of putting it, but yeah, we don't have to really worry about anything, and there's not really a point until you can afford stone walls of building walls, because the horde will just come and destroy your walls. So until you start raiding and hopefully have some stone walls to protect your stuff, not much of a point in defending yourself, because the only thing that will ever take stuff from you is indeed the raiders, and the only way you have to worry about the raiders is once you decide to go out on a raid of your own. So for now, until we do have a proper base to hopefully protect ourselves from that type of shenanigans, we will be avoiding that. But today is the day the goldsmith bench is finalized, and I don't have any weapons that I can mod, but I do have an extended 15 factory parts. Never mind, we're not gonna be crafting this bad boy for a while because factory parts are annoying to find. The main way, at least on our main account, that I get them is, well, by scrapping guns. But we also have a very high level recycler. You need to understand when it comes, I mean, hopefully we might be able to have like a couple melee mods. Ooh, we got this thing for the VSS. I don't have those over there. A lot of those that I get is from recycling stuff, but we have been leveling up our recycler for like the longest time. This could be a nice investment once we get a nice stockpile of aluminum. And steel's gonna suck, but this grip is like a really good early game mod for the M16. We don't really have any bow mods or anything like that. Are there spear mods we have? No. Bet mods? Pedal mods? Chetty mods? Cleaver mods? Do I not have any type of mods over here? Like, I thought I found a couple throughout some of those zones, but nothing on the melee side, unfortunately. So, it sucks to be us. But it does rock to be us when it comes to looting up a base, because we got a base raid. We gotta get up a tooties too. So back and onwards, or backwards, or some words we go. And do we have the energy to? Ooh, we do. Ooh, and there is a airdrop right by player's base over there. So after this little pit stop, we might go and pay the airdrop a pit stop, because I don't think we're gonna get 25 different items, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, like over 30 items. I don't think there's over 30 items left, so airdrop might be a nice little usage of our time. Collect a couple more resources and continue doing our thing. But back to what we were saying, as we can continue to get kind of like some mods built up and hopefully build up some of the cheaper ones, that's going to be nice. And that's again why I do want the recycler to get built up already, because a really great way of leveling up your recycler, because a really low level recycler sucks at getting you back factory parts and those rare things. But what you should do is, in case you ever find like a gun, for example, so let's say that this spear is a gun. I wish, right? As soon as it has like literally one shot left in it, as soon as it is as close to broken as possible, do not use that last shot, because you can actually recycle it. Now, more broken weapons don't give you like resources back as often, but recycling an almost broken weapon gets you the exact same amount of recycler EXP as recycling a full durability weapon. So what I'm getting at is that recycling those things is a great way of leveling up your recycler in the early game when you're probably not going to get much stuff back anyways. You can kind of like double down on the fact you're probably not getting much back and use that to these kind of like broken weapon durabilities advantage, and then just kind of like try to gain as much EXP for your cycler as you can, and then as it levels up, it will actually get more efficient at giving you stuff in exchange for your full durability weapons. And also, there are a couple of pretty nice things that I think I have at home as well that you can scrap in a recycler that gives you a chance at getting a little thing known as steel and other rare resources like that. So, like, I think the ATV wheel, actually, I think scrapping one of those does get you a chance at some steel. So, pretty nice stuff to say the least, but there we have it. The contents of this raid for today, and Mr. ATV, I will probably not be seeing this transmission for a while, but I hope to encounter you at the junkyard, being protected by some sort of a dope boss that we have to battle, and then take you to the updated gas station location and be ready for as soon as that tape does go down to do something about it. And I might go to that dealer after we hit up this airdrop because we have a lot of random junk in our trunk anyways, so like pretty prime time if you ask me to try and hit that place up. Hopefully nothing too lethal is guarding this airdrop and we can get some pretty good stuff, but time will tell. No, I don't need the roll ability. I need the sneaky dicky ability, and then I will get all sneaky dicky up in your grill, Mr. Roman Zombie, and that's a paddling. Haha. Never gets old paddling a zombie. Oh dear mama, hello spitter. Don't spit on me. I have to paddle. You don't want to spit on me. You get to paddle. Woo! And I get to level up too, and some rope. Can this day get any better? Oh. Let's freaking go. It just did. We just got a pretty rare perk. We have a 5% higher chance at finding a dog. I'll take it. None of those angry looking zombies over there noticed us. Also, we'll take it, and hopefully we'll get something good from here. And I think we have the perk that gets us better deals with the dealers, so we might be able to strike a good deal with them. Let's freaking go. We got ourselves a Winchester mod and a whole bunch of other junk that we will then go and, well, put away safely for safekeeping. But first things first, the dealer that we were talking about. And also with this account and stuff like that, since we are getting at the point where there's gonna be a good amount of just kind of like random shenanigans and grind that we have to start doing to kind of start advancing towards the next level of things. Would you guys want to see me start streaming on this free-to-play account potentially? Because I have been eyeing a return to streaming that I would absolutely love to partake in with you lads and lassies. So definitely let me know if that is something that you would be open to, because I feel like streaming this save and actually being able to make significant progress will definitely be very nice. And then when it does come to like the big milestone type of stuff, like crafting our chopper and jazz like that, we'll obviously save that for, you know, when we actually have. Do I not have food? Oh, I don't have any food. Okay, dealer, you want to trade by chance? I gotta run home and die in peace or something like that. Do you want to trade a phone and some cigarettes? I have neither of those. I'm sorry. Goodbye, my people need me, aka I gotta go die at my base so I can just get my stuff right back when I wake up in my sleeping bag and look at my body and I'm like, that must have been one realistic nightmare, because apparently when you die, you just come back to life. That's not the way the real life works to my knowledge, but who knows? If you're telling me after someone shoots me with an M16, I might be able to just respawn and wake up in bed, like, bro, that's a superpower I am definitely game for having. There'd be a whole lot more YOLO going on in my life, that's for sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and just continue starving to death in peace over here. But over on our main account, we have a raid we must do, so let's get back to it. Hope y'all enjoy, and auf Wiedersehen from the free-to-play account. For now. And here we are back in action as we begin the raid of player 8163, I believe was his name. We went ahead and grabbed 18 water from this chest over here. We did accidentally dip out of the map, come back in. Well, as you can see, we now have 13 noise, so a little bit of an L over there, but nothing that we can't overcome, because within we have some sort of a safe room that they have engineered that one C4 should be a plenty to break into. So without further ado, a bada bing, a bada boom. We are in, and holy guacamole, we got a lot of enemies that we gotta deal with because we just had 2 waves of enemies run up on us at once. That is not good, and there we go. The first of which is already skedaddling, and oh me, oh my. That's a lot of damage that we are taking. You know what I might need to do? I might need to go and Swap out of our scuba mask! I can't be having that get damaged because we're in the midst of some massive battles over here. But seriously, with that free-to-play account, if you guys would be down to see some streams of it, definitely let me know in that comment section down below. I would most definitely be down to start doing a little bit of streaming over there as we are starting to find a little bit more free time. I do want to get back more into the thick of streaming, so definitely just voice y'all's opinions. And like I am saying with that, I'm not saying that we would do everything on streams, but I am saying we would do a lot of the stuff over, like we would definitely do like a good chunk of stuff on streams, and then on videos we would try and save for some of the more action-packed and memorable moments, like going through bunker floors for the first time, and getting through boss battles, even push snaps. We're doing stuff like assembling the chopper, the ultimate goal we have over on that free-to-play account series for now, I'd say, because I think everyone's ultimate goal is to build a goddamn chopper because, well, at least the first ultimate goal. I feel like that's kind of the big thing that everyone strives to do at first, and from there kind of figure things out. But definitely goal number one should always be get yourselves a chopper built, because that gives you access to the chopper event, and well, the chopper event is pretty freaking cool. But let's go and get through the last of these flota-blotas. Then we'll have a couple more chests to break through and the conclusion of this raid to do. So, bye-bye, floaters. Thank you for playing the game of trying to kill me. Unfortunately, you suck at it. Get better. Ooh, piece of candy. 18 oak. Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you very kindly. Good chunk of wood is all. We did not bring the chopper along for today's journey as well. Kinda took the hello on that one, but we should still be able to grab most of the good stuff that we do acquire. Okay, we got some okay stuff over here. Nothing amazing, nothing not amazing, just kind of okay stuff for now. We still got, what is it, 3 chests to get through. We also got to see what that workbench has over there. Hopefully like some steel or something. Hello, copper. You're also a welcome sight for me. Red tickets, always happy to grab some of those. And yeah, did you drop anything? Not aluminium, the other thing, iron. We got a little bit of iron out of that. Let's see what we get out of this, and then it is going to be time for us to prepare for zombies. So let's go ahead and mow them down a little bit with this. People have been saying that I should try and use the foregrip attachment instead of the drum mag. I mean, like, I guess, but you guys don't understand. Doing 16 damage is just amazing. I just have to make sure to, oh my god, not get cornered. Oh! I just have to make sure, well, not just not to get cornered, but to space out the shots a little bit. And if I do see those misses start to stockpile, definitely avoid them ASAP. Sometimes I do definitely spray and pray a little bit too hard with this thing, but I don't know. The configuration we have right now, I just think it's personally better than what it would be like with the foregrip, because doing 16 damage a pop is just such a nice luxury, especially with some of the critical damage and the chance we have of criticals too. Like, it's just a pretty dang nice dream come true. And oh my god, just look at that. It melts people, because 16 is the perfect amount of damage for this gun to do, because 16 is just enough damage for us to perfectly kill 80 health enemies, perfectly kill 240 health enemies, and barely waste any damage killing 300 health enemies like the Toxic Abomination. So all in all, a pretty good situation if you ask me. And we have barely used our hatches, but we are already sitting pretty, and with just 2, I believe. Yeah, oh no, oh, there's only these 4 chests. That's literally it. I thought there was 2 more over there. My brain just automatically filled this entire safe room with chests. I thought they were like up against the wall or something. No, that's literally it over here. So I mean, that's an okay raid. Am I happy I spent a C4 on this? No! A little bit disappointed. The highlight of this raid was 18 planks and 3 copper ore, which is less than a copper bar, which is not even a steel bar yet. Like, definitely not the best raid in the universe, but that's okay. Not every raid can be the best raid in the universe. There can only be one that is the best, because it is the best of them all. And unfortunately for us, this is not it. There's definitely some okay stuff. I might end up leaving. See, here's the thing. Whenever I do raid, by the way, like, I know you guys might grab different stuff here or there. Whenever I raid, I usually try to prioritize, okay, what do I personally need the most? Except when there's stuff like guns at stake and precious metals and stuff like that. But it's like more basic stuff like rope, wood, that type of stuff. I'm just kind of like, okay, what am I kind of the shortest on at base? And for now, I think I have grabbed the stuff that, for the most part, I wanted to personally prioritize. I have so many wires in existence. Nothing else here is really super big. The rubber parts are a decent pull, and that's not too shabby as well. So I'll go ahead and grab that. But besides that, I think I am happy with how this raid turned out, and I think we will go ahead and skedaddle on out from there. But with that said, with that done, let's go ahead and start bringing an end to this raid. Will it bring an end to this raid? Or maybe Could there be more oak behind these things? Oh, no. That does not appear to be the case. Just more wood. I don't need more wood. I have a nice little wood stockpile building up, so I've been prioritizing the purchases out of wood. You got anything for me? No? So, okay, I'm gonna grab this and then run away, because the big one is definitely gonna come and hunt us down, because he's a little bit of a not so happy camper, so not too shabby. And I do realize now that I have that extra slot over there, we didn't really miss out on much, so so be it. I'm just trying to skedaddle with my life, but that's gonna go to start wrapping it up for this episode of Last Day on Earth Survival, for this raid in Last Day on Earth Survival, and yeah, for this episode of Last Day on Earth Survival. Thank you guys a whole ton for watching. Have yourselves an awesome one, and I'll talk to you next one. See ya.